Today, I feel like tumbling a ton of amethyst. And by a ton, I mean a ton. Literally everything I have, which means it's time to break out the big 12-pound barrel. Here it is compared to my regular 3-pound barrel. This thing is a monster. We've got quite the selection of amethyst here, including lots of big pieces, some small pieces, light purple ones, and dark purple ones. I added every single piece of amethyst I have to the barrel, and somehow there was still a good bit of space left, so I decided to spice it up with one of my very favorite things to tumble: crazy lace agates. These have some really wild patterns that come out more and more as they tumble. As I was sorting through them, I found this one, which was covered in druzy crystals and is therefore way too pretty to tumble. I set that aside, threw a few more crazy lace in, and then shockingly, it still wasn't full enough. No worries, I also have a ton of another rock love of mine, moss agate. One entire container of moss agate later, the barrel was full and it was time for water and grit. Since a lot of the rocks were pretty rough, I decided to start them off with an extra hungry, extra coarse grit that'll gobble up the rocks even faster. 16 scoops should do the trick. If you have any ideas for what I should name this batch, please let me know. Whoever suggests the best name gets a virtual high five, so the stakes are high. Off they go for 7 to 14 business days, but wait, what's this? They're already done. Wasn't that quick? I rinsed them off and immediately grabbed the biggest amethyst to dry. Looking good. And then I went ahead and gave each rock a quick once over to make sure they're not broken, in danger of breaking soon, or have super deep holes that make them ineligible to continue on their tumbling journey. Often imperfections like that are revealed after the initial tumble. This is kind of tedious to do, but it's worth it, especially with a batch this large, because sometimes even one bad egg can throw off the whole bunch. I only wound up kicking out 3 that looked like they might break, 2 moss agates, and 1 amethyst. The rest are going right back into the barrel for another spin in the rock tumbler spa. Stay tuned for the next stage.